everyone, it's Angela, and today I'm here to do my February book haul. So let's start with the books that I picked up from the local library, because I'm thrifty like that. The first book that I picked up was The Blood Flag by James W. Houston. This follows the story of a man named Kyle Morrissey who's traveling in Europe with his father when he runs into these neo-Nazis. And these neo-Nazis are just wreaking havoc all over the place, and Kyle is an FBI agent that is wanting to end the Nazi movement worldwide. So he decides that he wants to hunt down what's known as the Blood Flag. Now, the Blood Flag, Hitler believed, had sacred powers. It was there the night in 1923, I think, when Hitler first tried to take over Germany and several Germans died, spilling their blood on it. So Kyle believes that if he gets the flag, he can draw the Nazis to him and then wipe them out. So that sounded really intriguing. I mainly just picked it up because of the swastika, because I like World War II era fiction and books like that. So I cannot wait to give this one a go. The next book that I picked up, I have been really wanting to get my hands on for quite some time, and it is These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, and I've heard it described as sort of a space odyssey, so I can't wait to see how I like it. The next book I got is The House of the Four Winds by Mercedes Lackey and James Mallory. This is about pirates and a woman masquerading as a man, and it sounded super intriguing. I have heard about this book before. It's gotten rave reviews, and really, why would I not pick this up? This cover is amazing. Next up is a book that I heard about on the Epic Reads YouTube channel, and it sounded really intriguing, and that is Four Lines by Michael Grant. This is about women that are fighting in World War II, and it's pretty chunky. So I might want to stop talking about it so I can get to reading, huh? Don't you think? Don't you think? The last book that I got from my local library would be House of Thieves by Charles Belfour. This is about a man who is being blackmailed essentially to help his son get out of some serious hot water. And I think they want him to rob a bank. I'm not quite sure. This is set in 1886, which is not my favorite time, and I'm not too far into it. I am only 20 pages in. It's okay, but like I said, it's not my favorite time period to read about, so I'm really not sure if I'm going to continue on with this. I'm going to give it until about page 60. I think that's fair, right? 60? 60 is a good number, right, guys? I think so. The next book was sent to me from the publisher in exchange for an honest review, and that would be The Kindness of Strangers by Leila Abdullah. I don't remember what this is about, so we're just going to read the back cover. It says, it's 2010, and Natasha, a half-Russian, half-Sudanese professor of history, is researching the life of Imam Shamil, the 19th century Muslim leader who led the anti-Russian resistance in the Caucasian War. When shy, single Natasha discovers that her star student Oz is not only descended from the warrior, but also possesses Shamil's legendary sword, the Imam story comes vividly to life. As Natasha's relationship with Oz and his alluring actress mother intensifies, Natasha is forced to confront issues she had long tried to avoid, that of her Muslim heritage. When Oz is suddenly arrested at his home one morning, Natasha realizes that everything she values stands in jeopardy. Told with Abdullah's elegance and narrated from the point of view of both Natasha and the historical characters she is researching, The Kindness of Enemies is both an engrossing story of a provocative period in history and an important examination of what it is to be a Muslim in a post-9/11 world. So that sounds really interesting. I really do like the cover. It's just this one guy, but it's like several colors overlapping him. So I think that this will be a very fascinating read, and I cannot wait to get to it. And I'm so glad that I am done reading the back, because did you guys hear how I was stumbling over my words? That was really bad. It's been a long week at work, okay? It has been a super long week. I cannot take my glasses off because the bag's under my eyes. They're real. I told my mother I felt them today. I was like, you don't have to lie. I feel them. The next stack of books I picked up from the Goodwill, and the first two you guys cannot judge me for. I promised when I started BookTube that I would not be one of those people that would not read a book because it did not have a pretty cover, and boy, do these books not have a pretty cover. The first one that I got would be Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. Look at it. It's just so freaking ugly. But I'm going to read it because I have read Assassin's Apprentice. I have yet to read Royal Assassin, and I'm pretty sure I own that one. And I saw this one, so I thought I would complete the series, or the trilogy rather. And then maybe one day I would go back and buy this one in a matching edition. But I'm not in a hurry to do it. I'm just more anxious to read the story, to be honest with you guys. And then I also got Fool's Errand by Robin Hobb, and this is the first book in the Tawny Man trilogy, I think it is. Yes. I actually do like this cover a little bit better, but say what you will about these two covers. I know they're not beautiful by any means, but they look pretty darn sturdy, especially this one. This one looks like it hasn't even been opened. This one has a little damage, but that's okay. We can live. Goodwill. Love the Goodwill. And then I picked up The Secret Place by Tana French. I did get In the Woods. I have yet to read it, but from several booktubers that I really trust, they all seem to love In the Woods and Tana French's writing. And I really do enjoy a good mystery thriller, so I knew that I would probably like this one too, and you cannot beat thrift store books. Next up we have The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. Just in case you guys didn't know, I got The Cuckoo's Calling for free from my boss. She was giving it away, and then I saw this one, and I really wanted to continue on with the Cormoran Strike series. I know the third one just came out, and I have yet to get that. I figured I would read this one first, though. It does look a little bit chunky, so I'm not sure when I'm going to get to it. Hopefully in March, though, because I really did enjoy The Cuckoo's Calling. Then I picked up Venom by Fiona Paul. This is the first book in the Secrets of the Eternal Rose series, and it just sounded really intriguing. I've never heard anything about it, but we're going to attempt to read the back again. So if I put you guys to sleep before, give me 30 seconds, and you can just skip forward 30 seconds. It says, secrets can be as powerful and deadly as poison. A murdered woman with a bloody X carved across the heart. A handsome artist with a mischievous smile and a knack for getting into trouble. A deranged killer on the loose. One girl about to discover a more sinister side of Venice, where temptation, deception, and corruption can lead to something far worse than murder. Beauty, romance, and mystery woven together in a novel that's as seductive and stunning as Renaissance Venice itself. So I'm not sure if this takes place in Renaissance Venice, but that description just sounded really, really interesting. And I do read the occasional books that take place overseas. I don't really read that many that take place in Venice, though. So that sounded really great as well, because I'm a traveler at soul and I want to go to all these places. And for now, I can just imagine by escaping in this beautiful book. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I really love this cover too. So then I've meandered into the Target, which if you guys are not familiar with Target, you might know it better by its alter ego Target, and I picked up a few books from there. The first thing I got was Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. I am currently in the middle of reading Winter. Love it, and I really want to read Stars Above. I do have several of the novellas on my iPad, but I haven't read them yet. So maybe I can read them here in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. I cannot wait to get to it, you guys. I am loving Winter so much. I just wish that everybody would stop being freaking separated. It's pissing me off. Like, seriously, can Thorn and Crest never freaking get together? What is going on? What is going on? I just... Happy place. Next up, we have Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, making me the last person on this planet to read this book / buy this book. I'm pretty sure everybody has read it and knows what it is about. And Carry On is now out. I'm going to be asking for that for my birthday, I believe. I have to narrow down my book list that I want. It's pretty bad, you guys. It's pretty bad. But this is the collector's edition, I think. Yeah, exclusive collector's edition. And they have the same thing that they have in Winter, which is this fan art in the beginning, which I really enjoy that. I think it's really nice to have end pages that is fan art. I mean, it just adds that extra special touch to a book, I think, in my opinion. Last thing I picked up at Target would be Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I've heard mixed things about this book, and I saw it for cheap, and I wanted to give it a go myself because if you want to know how you feel about a book, you gotta read it. Am I right? I mean, really. And then I saw an interview with Pierce Brown on Morningstar, and I couldn't listen to any more because I haven't started the book yet, and I don't want to know anything about it. But I thought, he looked pretty cute, so I would give his book a go. 3 books left, guys. 3 left. That is it. That is it. And then we're done with this haul. And the next book that I picked up at the Walmart, and that would be Zero Day by Jan Gangsey. Sorry, Jan. I'm really sorry. This sounded really freaking good. Okay, so first of all, it says trust no one, which is the slogan of this Dutch reality show that I watch, and I really enjoy it, and kind of mystery. It's We's the Mole, if you've ever heard of it. Love it, love it, love it, and that's their little slogan. And I want to read you guys this one. I actually do because it sounds really good to me. It says 8 years ago, Addie Webster was the victim of the most notorious kidnapping of the decade. Addie vanished, and her high-profile parents were forced to move on. Mark Webster is now the President of the United States, fighting to keep the Oval Office after a tumultuous first term. Then the unthinkable happens. The president's daughter resurfaces. Addie is brought back into her family's fold, but who is this 16-year-old girl with a quiet, burning intelligence now living in the White House? There are those in the administration who find her timely return suspicious. When a national security advisor approaches Darrow Ferguson, Addie's childhood best friend, and the son of the president's chief of staff, he doesn't know what to think. How could the girl he's missed for all these years be a threat to the United States? Still, at the risk of having his own secrets exposed, Darrow agrees to spy on Addie. He soon realizes that his old friend is much more than the traumatized victim of a political fringe group. Addie has come home with a mission, but will she choose to complete it? Ooh, it sounds really good, and I will probably get to this in March. I think I shall, because this sounds like awesomeness. It kind of sounds like the new ABC show, The Family. I had it on last night. I didn't really pay attention. I DVR'd it, so hopefully I can go back and watch it, but it sounds super good. Plus, it is about politics in the White House, and this is an election year. And I really encourage you guys to get informed about the candidates. Even if you are not eligible to vote, not old enough, or just don't care, I really encourage you guys to learn more about them. It's really important to make an informed decision when you go vote if you are old enough. Don't just go with who your parents want or, who your friends are voting for. Vote who you believe has the best ideals. And yes, I'm really involved in this year's political election. I think it is pretty intense so far. Even though I could vote last election as well, this one I'm just really invested in. So yeah, I could vote the last 2 elections. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God, I'm getting old. I'm getting so old. Holy crap. Gosh. Anyway, yes, so learn about the candidates. Make an informed decision. If you've read this book, let me know in the comments below because it sounds really good. And the last 2 books in this book haul I am the most excited about. If you watched my Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys review, which I will link somewhere up there, I really loved it, and I love Ruta Sepetys' writing, even though I'd never read anything by her before. So, of course, I had to go out and get Between Shades of Grey and her other book, Out of the Easy, in anticipation for her new book, which hopefully will be out next year. It is about a Spanish dictator, Franco, I believe. But yes, in the meantime, I will have to satisfy myself with these 2 books, which I'm sure will be great. This one is another 1940s era. It's 1941, and it follows a girl that's being sent to Siberia. And then this one is in the 60s, and it follows a girl that lives in, I want to say she lives in a brothel. She's the daughter of a brothel prostitute. So I'm pretty sure she lives there and she just wants to get out. Both of them sound amazing. I cannot wait to read either one. So that's all for my February book haul. I'm curious as to what you guys got this past February because now we're in March. So let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.